Everybody. Hello. First, I'd like to start by welcoming you all to the Big Fat Greek's wedding. Hey! No, first things first, I know you'll all agree with me when I say that Sarah, where are you, Sarah? Yeah. Sarah! See, she listens. You look amazing tonight.
Oh, thanks, Steph. So do you.
It's clear that you have worked hard in preparation for this day and all those nights at the gym while Steve spent eating takeaways. Steve and I go back further than his hairline. and that's a long way back. I've known Steve for 27 years, and in that time I've watched him develop from an annoying, irritating 12-year-old into an annoying, irritating 39-year-old. Stand here. Not going anywhere. It was in 1986 at St Angelo's Prep School in Ealing when a little Turkish boy met a little Greek boy, and so began the most unlikely of friendships. The rest, as they say, is history. We became best friends immediately, and I'm really proud to say I've been best friends ever since. We've been through a lot, and I'd now like to talk about just a few personal favourite memories. In 1988, we took our common entrance exams together, both successfully gaining place at St Benedict's Secondary School. Students in our school with the highest pass rates were awarded trophies. Steve, believe it or not, won the trophy for excellence in science. I won the cups for Latin, history, geography. And an extra cup for winning the most cups. I think Steve knew from that day I was always the best man. We spent the next 3 years studying our GCSEs together. At school, I was always the quiet, reserved one, and Steve was the complete opposite. Forever the class joker, always with a mischievous grin slapped across his little face. Steve liked nothing more than winding people up and playing practical jokes, and as a result was as unpopular as he was popular amongst all the students. You either loved or hated Steve, there was no middle ground. Despite this love-hate relationship, it was always the cool crowd that accepted Steve for who he was, and for myself, he certainly never bothered me in the slightest. However, Steve's natural naughty nature was always accompanied by an underlying cheeky charm that would win you over in the end. But like I said, I always loved Steve from day one. It was during the mid-90s we embarked on our clubbing days together, and it was in 1996 at Bagley's nightclub in King's Cross when Steve first laid Sarah. Sorry, laid eyes on Sarah. Laid eyes on Sarah. Sorry, mate. Week in and week out, Steve would both amuse and amaze us all with his trademark dance style, which has become affectionately known amongst his friends as the Funky Chicken. Those of us who woke up with hangovers this morning will probably have memories of it from last night, and for those of you who have not witnessed it yet, let me say you're in for a treat later. While talking to Sarah recently about Steve's infamous dance moves, she jokingly described it as absolutely awful. I had to swiftly remind her that it was those absolutely awful dance moves that seduced you. Yeah? And it's the reason we're all here today. You see, most women would just look at Steve and laugh and then walk away. But Sarah didn't walk away. She was captivated by him, and he was captivated by her from the moment they met. I remember that evening very clearly. He pointed her out across the dance floor and said to me, "You see that girl? I'm gonna date her." And he may have actually said something a bit cruder than that, but that's the family version. Anyway, I'm glad she didn't walk away that day, because in Sarah, Steve found the loveliest, most charming, beautiful woman that any man could possibly wish for. Steve is truly a lucky man. Lucky to have been in that club that November evening in 1996, and even luckier that I didn't see her first. Since then, it's only taken him 17 years, 3 houses and 2 beautiful kids to put a ring on her finger. You have already been through thick and thin, happy and hard times, and already climbed mountains together. In my mind, always husband and wife. So let's raise a glass to the happy couple.
I don't have a glass with my
Raise a glass. with a couple of beautiful kids, Oliver and Leon, and toast a future as happy, long and as loving as your already fabulous history. My best friends, with a heart of gold, Steve, and Sarah, his glamorous, gorgeous wife. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. and Mrs. Lua Soterio. Thank you. It's over, thank God.
I never knew you were such a comedian. You need to be on stage, Rob.